Locker room's a special place, and when you battle together with someone, you overcome a lot. Something else, though, on the theme of synergy, of appreciating differences. Another chapter that I've written in here is about the different positions in sport, and how I always envied the kickers and the quarterbacks. How many of you kids want to be, if you played football, how many of you want to be the quarterback? Everybody wants to be the quarterback. How many of you want to be the kicker? How many of you want to be the long snapper? How many of you want to be the holder? Not many people. It's a thankless position. Well, let me tell you what frustrated me about quarterbacks and kickers in particular. The quarterbacks got to wear a off-color jersey to practice. You know what that meant? Nobody could hit them. All right? That frustrated me to no end, because they got to go through an entire practice without the mindset that somebody may do bodily injury to me. Somebody may actually hit me. And I didn't think that was fair. To me, I'm a starter, a 4-year starter, and I could come out here and run into somebody and get hurt at any moment, but the 4-string quarterback has an off-color jersey. I'm expendable, and he's not. That's what it told me, and it frustrated me. The kickers, same thing. When Coach Bowden was here, he let everybody that wanted to walk on. So we had an army of kickers, and they had their own field. And I'd look over in the middle of a tough practice, and they'd be over there playing two-hand touch football. And they'd have access to water at any moment. And I thought, this is garbage. I mean, that should not happen. And I would think that, and I would feel scorn towards those guys until game day. All right? Because here's what happened on game day. All that envy that I placed on the quarterback, when I walked into a locker room before the game, and I see him sitting over there with the offensive coordinator going through all of his responsibilities, and I know that he has to receive a play from the sideline, he has to get everyone lined up, he has to check out of a play that's not good, he has to be able to read a defense, a moving defense, he has to be able to identify where he needs to go with the ball. He still hasn't been judged yet, and he's done all those things. His judgment's based off of how accurate does he throw that ball. Now he finally gets to pull the trigger and throw the ball, and now he also has guys like Montravius Adams and like Carl Lawson breathing down his neck, ready to do bodily harm. He doesn't deal with the same level of post-game soreness like the rest of us. We've hit since spring training. He hasn't hit since last football season. So the soreness that his body goes through after a game, totally different than the soreness mine does. So when I see what he does, I step back and say, hey, I'm happy to play safety all day long, because you know what? I can have a terrible game, and you would never know it. I could have a terrible game, and we could win by several touchdowns. But if he had a terrible game, you all know it. And if he had a terrible game, we lose football games. So you learn to appreciate what it is you don't do. Same goes with the kicker. Even though that guy's over there playing flag football in the course of a practice, I don't want to be that guy when he's lined up to kick a 50-yard field goal against Alabama to win a SEC championship. I don't want to have to do the stretching and the rehab that those guys have to do in order to be out there to play that position. So I learned real quick that to appreciate some of the things that I wasn't forced to do, but some of the abilities that my teammates had that were God-given. In the way that I wrote it, I actually put Romans chapter 12, verses 4 through 9 in here, because it really makes a lot of sense here. It says, as the Apostle Paul teaches in Romans 12:4-9, just as our bodies have many parts and each has a special function, so it is with Christ's body. We are many parts of one body, and we all belong to each other. In His grace, God has given us different gifts for doing certain things well. So if God has given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith as God has given you. If your gift is serving others, serve them well. If you are a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is giving, give generously. If God has given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have a gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly. We do not all have the same talents, gifts, or abilities, and thank God for that. If we were all alike, what a perfectly boring world we would live in. If everyone were like me, we would have no functioning automobiles or machines of any kind, and no concept of computer software. If everyone were like my wife, we would have no maps and no fried foods. Our differences in society scare us, but they also make us great. Place a high value on the abilities of others and be grateful for our distinction.